to Totally Whiskey and Wine. I'm your host, Jason, and with us, as always, is James, our intermediate, and Zach, our industry professional. So today, we are going to be reviewing the Old Fitzgerald 7-year bottled in bond 100 proof. And Zach, why don't you tell us a little bit about this?
Spoiler alert, it's good.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, James. Spoiler alert, this shit is good. As we all know, the whiskey bubble is starting to shrink and deflate. People are either losing interest or they're getting priced out of premium releases. So, speculation is Old Fitzgerald has some bottled in bond sitting in a government bonded warehouse. We're going to go ahead and age it for, say, 20 years.
Yes.
And sell it for $6,000 a bottle or some crazy number.
Yeah.
Market changed. We need to offload a lot of whiskey to make sure we stay in business.
Yeah.
So we end up getting this beautiful Old Fitz 7 in its own unique release, its own holistic distribution, to be honest. I mean, at least in Florida, this is done by Southern, which is the largest distributor for alcohol in the state.
And again, this is speculation.
All speculation.
Yeah.
As far as all Old Fitzgerald products are, everything they produce is a weeder. The exact mash bill remains a mystery, although we can speculate that this is going to contain a little bit of barley and no rye whatsoever.
What'd you think? Maybe like 30, 35%?
I am not going to speculate on mash bill. As I am a professional, I am not so well trained in whiskey to go ahead and say the mash bill on this, although we do know that it's a minimum 15% wheat.
Yeah. I
would wager to say that that's exactly what's in here, because this is very much a very sweet, high corn whiskey.
I think it's probably 15.
But regardless, as the whiskey bubble continues to collapse, we will find that we are going to get more semi-premium releases around that $60 to $100 range, and it's all good for us.
Good for us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, $60.
That price point?
This is like 60, $66, kind of whatever. Publix has been getting them like sparingly on the shelf here and there in Florida.
If I get more, I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely grab this. So
everyone's got it. So.
Let's get to the meat of this. What did we give this as a score? Drum roll, please. 82 overall, so pretty good. So how did we come across that? Well, we rate things in 4 categories: nose, mouthfeel, flavor, and finally the finish. What we're going to do is we're going to test this individually, score each category up to 25 points, add those all together to get up to 100 points, and then we add our scores together and average them out in order to get our overall total. But let's look at how and why we scored each thing in the individual categories, and we're going to start with the nose. And let's start with you, Zach.
Oh, awesome. This is the second highest category I scored it for. My nose score is 23, with general sensory nodes of maple syrup, hickory, toasted oak, and sweet white fruit. Obviously, you get your caramel, vanilla. I tend to not include that in the listings, but yeah, this is just generally a varied whiskey on the nose. I am thoroughly impressed with what I'm pulling out of this.
All right.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
I gave this one a 21. I get fresh grass, a little bit of like lemongrass, sort of lemony on it. This last little sipper, I got lemony, like smelling that lemon. It's all good. It's definitely, I really like it. There's a lot of nose notes there. As I'm learning as an intermediate, the wheat just has the ability to carry the noses a little bit better. Anything that's got some percentage of wheat in it is almost always going to have an above average nose. So,
and you said 21 on yours, right?
I gave it 21.
All right. I'm pretty close to you. I gave it a 20, and I'm glad you mentioned lemongrass, because I actually picked up what I would call like a lemon sugar cookie.
Okay.
A little bit of sweet, a little bit of lemony, and also, of course, a little caramel kind of scent to it, just a hair, kind of that slightly burnt sugarish. So that's what I got, and that's how I gave it a 20. So moving on, mouthfeel.
Ooh.
So I also gave this a 20. For me, I couldn't really put the best words to it. It feels like it is there. It coats and it's there. I had a hard time getting the words to it, but it was a comfortable feeling. It was good feeling. So that's why I got a 20, even though I've had better words for other ones that got lower scores. the way this felt was good. I just couldn't really find the words.
I'll go ahead and give you a word: velvet.
Ooh,
Yeah, there you go.
actually, that might be the word.
This was very smooth. Like if smooth were a whiskey, this is it. It's sexy. It's light.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
appetizing. It tickles the tongue in a great way. Warms
That's
the
it.
throat on the way down. This is just generally regarded as a great whiskey.
Very approachable.
And I gave it a mouthfeel score of 21.
Mm.
Same as me. 21. Same word. Smooth. I put a little spice smooth because it's got like a little bit of it hits your tongue for subtle little seconds on different taste receptors.
Mhm.
It hits it there, so you feel it. It's not just like drinking down water. It hits spots on your tongue.
Oh yeah.
But they're not these aggressive like peppery or this weird like the oily. It's spicy smooth.
Mhm.
Mostly smooth is really kind of where it's at. 21.
yeah.
Love it. I mean, it's great.
All right. Why don't you continue on with flavor?
Sure. And this thing is only bottled and bond. It's only 100 proof.
Mhm.
So flavor 24. Big. I mean, we're 1
Damn.
point from perfect. It is just freaking tasty, man. This is tasty. I put on like a little bit of like a honey caramel kind of a thing going on. It's just a lot of subtle little good tastes. It's not like if it was just one big flavor, only the people that like that flavor would like it. It's such a great balance of generally appreciable flavors
Mhm.
that they all kind of hit in there. So if you kind of like cookie, you kind of like light spice, you kind of like a little bit of earthy, you kind of like it's got enough of a little bit of all that. It's just hitting all over the place.
Mhm.
I would think this is a four cask finish on
Okay.
flavor. When you go on flavor, you can hit if you like maybe I like cognac barrel finish and I like XO, whatever
Yeah.
cask finishes stuff, and you loop like 8 or 10 of those together and drink it. It's just like an overload of all these different flavors. This thing is an overload of different flavors. So it's just, they're all there. So 24.
Well, after he talks high praises and he's so happy about it, don't get me wrong, I like this whiskey a lot. I gave it a flavor score of 18. It's the lowest remarks for me, and that's because of the simple lack of development from the nose. The nose carries this whiskey very heavily. It's very smooth and drinks very well, but there's a lack of evolution and flavor amongst the whiskey. It smells like it tastes, and that's just about it. And therefore, it's still an above average score at 18, but it's not something that I'm going to write home about and say that it's the best quality of the whiskey.
I can't say any one thing is great, which I don't want to dock it for that. Sometimes, like, you can have a whiskey that tastes like beer, a whiskey that tastes like cinnamon, or what do you want to like? You can name the brands. This thing just tastes like a lot of really good stuff. And I was like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's just holistically high quality across the board.
Yeah.
But there's no single area where I can point out and say that it's just better than others.
Right,
Other
and-
than for me, the nose.
And I actually agree with both of you on different points. One, as you talked about the different flavors, I was really having a hard time naming each one because it was really because there was so much it kind of blended together for me, which is why it got a little bit less because it didn't stand out in one or the other. For me, it kind of got a little bit of wood and a little bit of smokiness to it, but again, it didn't really stand out, and so I actually gave it a 17.
Okay.
So I mean, again, still above average, but not the highest score. And honestly, with the rest of my scores, this is like one of the better ones we've scored recently.
Like, it's rare that I say I want it. Like most people, who says, let's all go out and drink whiskey. Like, sip whiskey. I'm not gonna sit there. If you gave me enough time and I had a DD,
oh yeah, you'd drink that
whole damn bottle. That is just good, man.
Mm-hmm.
It is good. I can see to myself just going for another glass and another glass and another glass and not getting tired of it because each time you're going through, you're just
well, and there's a theory I like to test on this, right? 10 years from now, this whiskey doesn't exist, right? Are you happy you buy a second and a third bottle to have it in 10 years from now?
I own a second. Do you own a second? He owns a second.
I don't have one yet, but
yeah, I can see.
I will be getting one of these.
I don't care about all this crap on the shelf. I want to get back into an old Fitz 7. I remember
because
that.
It's good.
Great.
It's good.
Yeah.
I definitely want to add this to my shelf. But that being said, on the finish, I give it a 20. Not perfect marks, not bad marks, definitely above average. For bottle of mod 100 proof, it stuck with me for long enough that I was like, okay, I'm like this. I could keep going with this. And like you said, I want to go back. I want to drink more. So that's why I got a 20.
Yep.
But again, it didn't stand out. It didn't.
$60. It's a 7-year whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, don't think about price and review.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fallacy we can say
exactly.
is that it's cheap.
Because
Better.
it didn't stand out. That's why it didn't score higher for me. But it was really good. And I definitely, especially at that price point, I definitely want to add a bottle to my shelf.
I will go ahead and say that this is, I think, the highest score I've given a finish on a whiskey. 24.
Wow.
This thing just hugs all the right places. It's lingering on the tongue with the notes of vanilla and sweet burnt sugars, almost creme brulee. The tongue lingers and the throat wants to go ahead and get some more. And the warm Kentucky hug.
That's why he scored it so high. You notice how he said creme brulee? That's one of his favorites.
It is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I will say, this is just ultimately like the perfect finish on a whiskey for me. The flavors linger. The burn persists the way down, but overall it's cool.
It's only 100 too. It's only 100.
Exactly. That's why I
say it drinks a little over.
For 100,
105 maybe, or maybe a 106.
For flavors maybe, but for smoothness, man, this can be fucking 80.
Yeah, it could be water.
Yeah.
It's so smooth.
So okay, I gave it 20.
Okay.
And that was, I'm a cask strength drinker. I like a little bit bigger, so it's hard for me to get to this level on a bottle. I usually wouldn't even buy a bottle in one. I mean, I don't know, on my racks, I probably have less than 40 bottles that are 100 proof or lower. I mean, just very few. I usually don't try that. So knowing that everybody was loving it so much. So lasting, balanced, those are the words. Lasting, balanced, 20. I take a second pour here. I know he's got another one. I got 2. I'm gonna drink this.
And after this, if we're gonna go out and grab some food, I'm probably gonna get me another pour of this.
Maybe Colonel Taylor had it right. Bottles and bonds the way to go.
Maybe.
Just saying.
So yours was your final score was
my final score was 77 final.
77. Your final score was
84.
And I gave it an 86.
Which came out to the 82.
That's pretty high. That's probably one of my highest.
It's 82
price point,
yeah.
proof, availability, what to expect. The bottle's awesome.
Well,
the company generally, I don't like it.
Now that we're in the point where we can talk about price point, now that the review portion is kind of over, for the money, I don't think there's a better pour on the shelf. At $60,
honestly, I'd agree because this is one of the highest rated we've got at that price point.
Well, and I mean, think of like the $60 MSRP point, like this or Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Yes. Every day.
There are a few people that maybe don't like that. If you really hate like Weeders, this probably won't strike you.
I don't
right.
mind.
The 4 of you there are,
I'm generally a pretty high corn guy. I like really high corn sweet, and even this is approachable, probably because it's most of the rest of it's corn. But
it's guaranteed to have corn and just a little bit of barley.
Yeah.
Because wheat sucks at fermenting. You have to have something else to give it something to do.
Yeah, but I think you're right with the. It seems like the more wheated ones, the nose comes out more. It's like it carries the.
It's lighter whiskey. There's generally more fruit notes.
Different grains do different things for the whole overall package. So, and some people have this a better way of extracting it. Some equipment does.
Yeah.
This is just Old Fitz is doing their work in here, man. They know how to do it. Yep. They got the recipe. They got their.
Well, fuck, they're all weeders. They better be good at it by now.
They know how to do it. So.
All right. Well. That being the case, here we go. The Old Fitz 7-year.
Yeah. Get one.
We gave it an 82 overall. Whatever you're drinking, we hope you enjoy. Cheers. Everybody.
Cheers.